1315 Duke Street is the site of the former offices and jail for a series of businesses engaged in the domestic slave trade. The jail itself and the pens and walls no longer exist above ground, but what does survive is the main block of the building. So in order to better understand the history of the site, we used to understand what the built environment was like, and we can do that by going through the documentary record, the historic archives, the archaeological record, and teasing out what we can about the development of the site. The vast majority of the images we have for 1315 Duke Street actually date to the Civil War, the period of the Union occupation of Alexandria between May of 1861 and the spring of 1866. There's only really one good image that shows 1315 Duke Street prior to the Civil War, and it's from an 1836 anti-slavery broadside, and it shows a group of enslaved people being marched down to the waterfront to get onto a ship to take them to New Orleans. What I'm looking at are the architectural features that were used to confine enslaved people in this space. Some of these features continue, and we see them in Civil War photographs. Trying to put these undated photographs in an order required doing a little bit of detective work behind how the photographs came to exist in the first place, and then looking at those changing characteristics. There are a couple of changes that happen to the building during the Civil War. There's a roof vent that gets reconfigured. There's a tree or two that get chopped down in front of the building. Some windows get punched into the front of the men's yard. We do know historically there was a fence. There's a couple of really early Civil War illustrations of the site. We know after the war there's a claim filed with the federal government that seeks damages to the property from the Union occupation and use of it as a military prison. And one of the things that the owner claims is the loss of a fence. And even archaeologically, there are a series of what appear to be post holes that are along the front edge of the property along Duke Street, right about where this fence or wall is here in the 1836 illustration. And so that fence would have gone all the way around the property and enclosed it. And if you are building a prison, fences are an integral part of keeping people inside of a place, and if you don't want them to leave.